What is good, y'all? I'm back here again with another video, and today I have some spine chilling Saturdays. As you guys know, starting last week, I start to post reactions every Saturday, even though technically I post that Monday, but it was supposed to be recorded Saturday, but this is gonna go up today. Anyways, stay tuned. Hope y'all enjoy the reaction. Let's get it! Alright, y'all. First animation of today, we have True Disturbing Horror Stories animated by MJV Animations. Sorry, I almost messed that up. So, get your snacks, get your drinks, get your even more snacks and stuff. You're even more snacks. Goddamn, more snacks. And that's it. Enjoy the films. Let me go. Okay, hold on. Now I gotta fix this drawer because I gotta fix the snacks in this drawer. I gotta I gotta move them just a little bit up to the front because I don't want to. Let's get into the video. Let's start the animation.
I told my friends what I'm about to tell you, and they urged me to share it here. It happened back in December, about a week before Christmas. I'm a 32-year-old guy, currently using my GI Bill to go to college in a city in one of the mountain time zone states. I'm so busy with school and work, so I don't have time to go out and socialize often. So I have to rely on a lot of the apps to go on dates. I matched with this really cute girl around my age, and we had a good conversation, and then we scheduled a date.
Okay.
It was at a bar restaurant, not far for either of us to drive, so it was easy. She was very pretty in person, and we got along great. During our conversation, I found out that she worked in a non-cop role at the police station, like a receptionist essentially. I also learned she had a roommate, whom she said was out of town for the holidays. She added that she hated being alone because she had a crazy ex-boyfriend who stalked her.
Hold on. Why was Buddy peeping around the corner? Run that back.
She added that she hated being alone because she had a crazy ex...
Why is Buddy peeping around the corner? And why is she going down a dark, deep alley? Huh? I don't think she minds being stalked because she's literally going down the alley. What are we talking about here? And look how she walking. Her hands are literally grabbed, holding each other tight, with behind her back, like she's some type of anime protagonist.
Ex-boyfriend who stalked her. I was a little uneasy at that, and I told her as much. And she said he's harmless, so I kind of let it go. We had a few more drinks, and...
He's harmless? He's harmless. Okay. He's harmless? Really? Really? So you're not gonna press no charges, no restraining order? Okay, yeah. Delusion.
And so we were there for about another hour, and at her suggestion, we said that we should go back to her place.
I wouldn't do that.
We went to her house, and she walked up and just opened the door. She didn't unlock it. It was already open, which I found very odd because she said she had a stalker, that her roommate was gone. She started feeding her cat, and as she was doing that, I saw a bowl of cereal on the kitchen counter. I touched it, and it was still cold, like it hadn't been there for a while. The cereal wasn't soggy either. I asked her whose it was, and she hesitated and said she ate it as a snack before heading to the bar. But...
I don't think the ex is a stalker. I think you just got set up, bro.
It just didn't make sense. Before I could say anything, she just kissed me and put her arms around me seductively and said for me to take her to...
My boy getting play already? He definitely about to die. I ain't gonna lie, Buddy's about to die.
To her room. We started fooling around, and I went to close the curtains, and she told me to...
Bro calls sexual activity fooling around.
Leave them open. A few minutes later, maybe 5, we were in bed, and my back was to the window, and she let out a huge gasp. A scared gasp. Her eyes were out the window.
He about to
turned
die.
around and saw someone in a hoodie, and they took off. I heard the steps running on her back deck. I immediately jumped up and ran out to make sure her doors were locked. And of course, the front door wasn't. I ran to it and locked it, and right when I did, the door started banging. I went to open it because I was gonna fuck the dude up, or at least try to. And she told me to.
At least try to. Bitch, can you even fight? Do you even know a martial art? Are you even a martial artist? Are you at least a street fighter? How you gonna fuck him up if you can't fight? Bro finna hit one of these. He finna hit one of these. And then just
go back to bed with her. I screamed at her and asked if she was insane. She told me he does this and goes away. And I asked her, "You know this is your ex?" She said yeah, and to not worry about it. At this point, he started banging on the side of the house on the other end, and she didn't seem at all scared.
Bro,
trying to get me to go back to her bed. I didn't want to call the cops because for all I know, this dude was a cop, or she'd know the cops that showed up who would take her side. I also couldn't just leave because my car was at the bar, and I was terrified. At this point, I started calling her out for the door not being locked, the serial, and I openly called her a liar. She couldn't come up with any logical answers, and I had no idea what I was into. I shouldn't have done this, but my fight or flight was pretty much kicked in, and I told her, if this is a robbery or some kind of setup, I promise I'll kill you both. I'm not a hard ass or anything, but my fear told me to let her know that no matter what it was, they'd have a fight on their hands. My thoughts of what were going to happen to me were all over the place. I ordered an Uber off my phone and didn't tell her. I just kept arguing with her and asking her what was going on, hoping to just keep her talking and in the room. I stayed right next to the door so I could leave ASAP. Luckily, I never got my pants off and my jacket and shoes were right by the door, so I was able to get dressed. The Uber showed up, and without saying anything, I just opened the door and ran out there as fast as I could.
Yeah.
I looked back at the door, and she was just standing there. It's only been a little over a month, but I honestly have no idea what the fuck I got into. I don't believe the story of just a girl with a crazy ex based off of the factors I told you. It feels like either a robbery or some weird fetishized cuck thing. I don't know. Definitely something I'm very mad at myself for. I mean, I'm a 9-year Navy vet, and allowed myself to get into a situation like that. I reported her account on the Uber ride back to the bar. I told the bartender as well about what happened, just in case they saw her in there ever again.
That was supposed to be scary. Alright, y'all, second animation of the day. We have The Old Lady Horror Story by, Wansi Entertainment. Hey guys, I'm back. Let's get into the animation.
My name is Ali, and I live in Sudan.
Ali,
I've been wanting to share this story for a long time.
for real?
I'm the second oldest of my siblings after my sister, who is 18. I'm 17 years old. My story happened when I was 11 years old.
I don't really
We were
care.
a normal family. My mom was pregnant at that time. After 9 months of pregnancy, my mom gave birth to my new sister, and I rushed to the hospital to see her.
Okay,
It was
why?
really cute. Unfortunately, my dad couldn't see her in person, but I did a video call. He was working in another country. My dad cried with joy when he saw her. After my mom got treatment, the neighbors were waiting for her to congratulate her, and my mom's brother, my uncle, was staying with us. During the celebration party, this old lady suddenly approached my mom and congratulated her. My mom was surprised at first, but said thank you without really thinking very much. Later, all the family members ate dinner at night and went to bed after about 10 p.m., but I woke up suddenly at 3 a.m. because I wanted to use the bathroom. As I was walking to the bathroom, I saw a silhouette of someone in my mom's room. I didn't think much of it because, well, I thought maybe my uncle was checking on us. Then, as I was leaving the bathroom, I saw something shocking.
What?
My uncle was throwing someone on the floor, punching them. He was yelling at me to go to my room and not come out. A few minutes later, I hear police sirens, and I could hear them and my uncle talking, but I couldn't hear them very clearly. After the police left, my uncle told us to go back to sleep. The next morning, I asked my uncle what had happened yesterday. He said something shocking. He said that when he went to the kitchen to get some water, he saw a man kidnapping my newborn baby sister. My uncle got angry and quickly ran to the man, hitting him, grabbing my sister. The man ran.
Let me just put a pause to this. Why is it nobody in the room with the baby? Secondly, kid, like you just like wasn't gonna check on who it was? Like, seriously, bro. Like, I get you an 11-year-old, you a kid, you sleepy, you tired, but still, if you see like a figure of a person, dog, it's like right there. I think you should start looking up and down and be like, okay, who are you? You be like, okay, that's uncle. Okay, gotcha. All right, uncle, I'm going out the bed. But bro, you was like, going to the bathroom. Oh, hey, random guy I'm not sure I'm related to or believe I met. Yay, going to the bathroom. And then just got shocked when there was a random guy in the house. Like, you didn't even try to pay attention. Like, situational awareness is not even there. Like, seriously, it's almost non-existent.
Ran to my uncle and they fought. That's when I came out of the bathroom and saw everything. A few hours later, the police knocked on my door. My uncle opened the door, looked confused when he saw the policeman. When the officer said something, my uncle froze. The officer told him that the man who had broken into our house had actually been paid to kidnap my sister. My uncle was shocked, asked who had paid them. Then the officer told him it was that old lady who had come to congratulate my mother yesterday. Moreover, it was revealed that she had kidnapped and sold 4 other newborns to anonymous people before my sister was born. The old lady was fortunately arrested, and she and the man were sentenced to life in prison. But what would have happened if my uncle hadn't come out to drink water that night? I thank God every day for protecting my newborn sister. I'm now 17, and my sister is 6 now. We never told my father about what had happened that night.
Why? Why wouldn't you tell him? Honestly, I would beat the absolutely ever-loving shitting breaks out of that old lady. If she tried to take somebody I care about, let's just say she ain't making it to her 80th birthday party. Let's just say that.
This will be a change.
Even the sweetest changes can be complicated. That goes for your taxes, too. With more than 950
Bro.
million returns filed, we've helped clients tackle all kinds of fraud.
Hold on, how y'all gonna try to introduce a baby into the mix and then talk about taxes? Like, bro, what is this? H&R Block? Like, bruh, y'all gonna say something. They gonna hit you with the question, new baby? And then talk about some freaking taxes. Like, bro, what? What? You know what? Okay. The pros who've seen it all. I just saw it all right there. You talked about a baby, then you brought in your taxes. Okay. All right. Third information of tonight. We have True Creepy Horror Stories Animated by MJV Animations. I'm back at it, bro. I'm back in your channel, man. I'm back on your channel. Let's get this started.
Me and my older brother, Cameron, were doing a camping trip on the East Coast. Cameron chose the sites and everything, like he usually did, and I just tagged along. He chose well, though. The campsite was really
dropping my
nice,
snacks.
and since we had to hike to get there, it wasn't crowded. There was nobody around, from what we could see.
Crazy.
The campsite wasn't very defined, though. It was hard to tell if we were even in the right spot. There were several openings in the trees that looked like they could have been the place we were supposed to be at, but neither of us thought it mattered. We set up on one of the grassy openings, and while we initially thought this place wasn't very active, we started to notice we were wrong. There were leftover things scattered around. Nothing big, like entire tents or anything, but just small things, like a trekking pole or some old shoes. It wasn't normal for these things to be left behind, though. Not at campsites like this that were far out. We both thought it was weird, but we went on with our day. We didn't really do much, just hung out and talked. When it got darker out, we lit up a fire and sat around it. A couple hours into the night, I happened to spot something behind Cameron. I pointed it out, not sure what it was. Both of us looked, and after a few moments, we were able to tell that it was a small campfire. It was really far out, and partially blocked by all the trees, but the tiny orange flame was flickering in the distance. Had it not been for the moonlight being covered by the clouds, and the absolute darkness of the woods, there was no way we would have been able to notice it. I guess we weren't alone though. It was a little odd that they were out in that direction, because it seemed like it was just forest over there. No openings or anything to really set up a campsite. Maybe they wanted to be away from other people or something. We didn't think about it too much. We got some snacks and
Hey bro, at least you're not by yourself.
Talked ourselves into exhaustion. We put out the fire and went to bed around midnight. I fell asleep pretty comfortably, not having any trouble at all, though I woke up at some point in the night. It must have only been an hour or two after I'd gone to sleep. I knew exactly why I'd woken up though. I drank a bit too much right before bed.
And you didn't want to go piss?
Needing to relieve myself, I got up and unzipped the tent. I walked out maybe 50 feet from the campsite to make sure I didn't attract any animals, and did my business. But as I was out there, I noticed the flame way out in the forest was still lit up. Maybe it was because I was tired.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't going out to piss by myself. I ain't be honest. I'm gonna go into the bra. I'll be like, hey yo, I'm gonna shake him a little bit. I'll be like, hey yo, you up? hold on. I'm trying not to laugh. Hey yo, you up? You gotta piss, right? And then he gonna be like, bro, man, what? No, I'm good, man, I'm good. And be like, yo, bro, I think you gotta piss. Come on. He gonna be like, oh, man, I'm good. I told you, man, go, man. I'm gonna be like, bro, come on. I know you gotta piss. He gonna be like, man, I told you I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm like, bro, if you don't get your ass up, you finna come piss with me. Let's go. I gotta go, so you gotta go. I ain't going by myself. Yeah, cause honestly, if he ain't getting up, then I'ma drag him out. If he try to fight, then we gonna be fighting. I'm probably gonna piss myself. Okay, let's start it.
Or just out of it for some reason. But I stood there and stared at it for a minute. I don't even know why, but my eyes began adjusting to the dark as I stood there, and as I looked out into the woods, I suddenly noticed something else. It looked like a figure somewhere far out between me and the distant flame I was looking at. I felt a shock for a moment, but I told myself it couldn't actually be a person, and had to be a weird-looking bush or something. Like there was no way someone was out in the dark, outside our camp, at this time of night.
You
but
just said there was
looking, trying to make out what I could.
Oh, it's
when
multiple?
I started to notice more of these figure-looking shadows in the woods. They were so far, and it was so dark, I couldn't tell if my mind was just playing tricks on me. If they were people though, there were at least 10 or 15 of them, and they seemed to all be looking right at me.
Okay, so not only did they just see a junk, but they are continuously looking, and it's about 10 or 15 of them. Bruh, why are you still standing there looking? Get Cameron and run. I'm not staying no longer. I relieved myself. I'm good. Cameron, get your ass up. We gotta go.
Another shock ran through me.
Why are you still standing there?
What is this? I almost thought I was hallucinating. I turned around and hurried back to the tent. I debated for a second whether to wake Cameron up.
This man decided to go back to bed like they can't just unzip his tent. What? Excuse me? Excuse me, sir. What? You had the perfect opportunity to literally dip out and save yourself from dying. And you decide to go catch some more Z's. What?
I knew if it was nothing, I would never hear the end of it, but my gut was telling me otherwise. I opened his tent and shook him awake. He was really confused at first, but I just told him I thought I saw something and wanted a second opinion. He hesitantly got up, and I started to lead him out to where I was, but we didn't get very far. The figures I had seen had moved. They were closer, standing all spread out among the trees. I really hoped at this point I was just seeing things, but I slowly looked back at Cameron and could see the pale, fear-covered expression on his face, his eyes wide open. He saw what I saw. I looked back out, and it was more apparent than ever that these were people. I could see their subtle movements as they stood there and watched us. We backed up towards our tents. Should we leave? I can still vividly remember Cameron's shaky voice.
Excuse me? Did bro just ask, should we leave? Some people aren't just meant for survival. I feel like this is just natural selection at this point. Some people aren't just meant for survival. These clearly aren't it. Why one of them talking about, okay, I see there are multiple people here. Okay, cool. I think I'm just gonna go back to my tip and catch some Z's. Oh, I should probably wake up Cameron though and make sure and see if he freaking sees what I see. And oh wait, he does. But he just asked me, should we leave? After these people have gotten closer to us and are also staring us down. Now, I'm wondering, should we leave? If it wasn't already apparent to do so, I'm asking you if we should leave. You, if we should leave. Just out to find out that people are watching us heavily. It's clips.
As he spoke those words, he was always so confident and sure of what to do. It was terrifying seeing and hearing him like that. I nodded, and neither of us grabbed any of our stuff, aside from the car keys and our wallets. We hurried away and down the trail.
Man, y'all fat.
It seemed that they didn't follow us. We reported what happened to the police, feeling it was necessary. They didn't take it too seriously, though.
I bet they did.
Very clearly thinking we were crazy. Like there was no way a whole group of people were out in the woods at night messing with us. We thought about the strange amount of left behind things we saw in the area, and had hoped others had already gone to the police about similar encounters, but nobody had. There were no official accounts of anything happening there.
I bet it wasn't.
Maybe they just went unreported. Or maybe nobody ever made it back to report it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, huh? Moral of the story. Don't be like Cameron and the other dude. Don't be like them. Don't. Because if you ever are, then you're probably going to die for sure. They were given multiple signs that they should have left, but they decided not to. Honestly, as soon as they found out that folks were watching them, that's the honest part where they should have dipped out, I'm going to be honest. But you know, natural selection at its finest was like, you know what? I feel like it's not that big of a deal. And we should probably keep on sleeping. You know, because like, why would I waste my time trying to figure out if this place is dangerous or not? Like, why would I do that? Natural selection? Oh my gosh. I'd rather just sleep. That's all I was getting. That's all I was getting. And I'm like so confused, like, dog, what do you mean you're contemplating about waking him up? I would have woke this dude up if I had to use the restroom. I don't care if he have a sleep or not. He gonna stand there and watch. He gonna stand there with me and be there to piss with me. I'm pretty sure he got a piss too. We can pee together. And in a great quote of Marlon Webb videos, the brothers that pee together be together. Exactly. Alright, y'all, that's it for today though. Appreciate y'all for coming. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for clicking on the video. I appreciate y'all every single time. Thank you for watching Spine Chilling Saturday. I'll see y'all again next time. Peace out. Remember, strength is absolute.